Hi Jacqueline, welcome to your Oracle card reading. And for your reading, I am using quite a few different decks, and I'm probably going to have to do maybe 2 or 3 videos because I want to make sure and show you all the cards and talk about each one. So for you, I felt drawn to the Angel Tarot. I pulled a few cards from that deck. I also pulled a card from the Life Purpose deck, just to give us an idea of what your life purpose involves. And since you have this, this beautiful vision of what you want to accomplish, I thought it would be fitting to use The Path of the Soul by Cheryl Lee Harnish. And I also pulled one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. Actually, 2 cards from that deck, since that deck is all about manifestation. So I'm also using that deck. And I did have a message for you from Spirit, and at the end of the reading, I'm going to let you hear it, and I have it recorded here. These messages come through, excuse me, they come through very, either very late at night or very early, sometimes between 2 and 5 in the morning. I usually channel these messages, and not everyone who requests a reading actually has a message, so the fact that you had a message I thought was really important. Okay, let me show you the first card that I have for you, and it's from the Angel Tarot. And you're off to a great start because you had the Magician. The card reads, "You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical." And the Magician is all about co-creation, and it's a very powerful card telling you that you have the ability to manifest anything that your heart desires. You can literally create magic. With the Magician, you're a self-starter, and you're a very take charge type of person, to where you want to create, and you have everything you need to create at your disposal. So this tells me, this answered the question as far as would you succeed in taking on a project where you're trying to bring more light into the world. And so the Magician appearing as the first card, especially because it's always the most important card, tells me that you do have the energy of the Magician, where you can manifest anything, and you have those abilities within you to bring in more light into the world. And you're definitely a magician type of person, because this is the first card. And let me show you the second card. 3 of Earth, again, very important. The card reads, "The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player." Okay, it's interesting, the Magician right next to the 3 of Pentacles, because the 3 of Pentacles is the talent card, where you have very refined skills that you want to kind of showcase to the world. You have something very special to offer to the world. And so next to the Magician, this tells me that you have these talents that you're ready to share with the world, that are very unique, that have the ability to manifest something very magical, because you have the Magician right next to it. So this tells me that you definitely have something very special to offer that kind of sets you apart from everyone else. You have some very special talents that you want recognition for, and you want to kind of put out there to bring in more light and help more people. So the third card, Page of Water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. And the element of water is all about emotions. And the Page of Water specifically has the energy of being very understanding and very caring, and very much has to do with the birth of new emotions and also creativity. So let's look at these. Start off by analyzing these 3 cards. And pages also represent the very early stages of a project or an idea. So this tells me that you have this idea that you want to manifest about bringing more light into the world, and I definitely see that's possible here, because you have the Magician as a first card, which I always say is the most powerful card in the reading, telling me that you are a co-creator, and you have very impressive manifestation skills, where you're able to basically create magic on your own. You're a creator. Next to the 3 of Pentacles, which is all about talents, telling us that you have something very unique to offer to the world. You have very refined skills that you kind of want recognition for, and you want to showcase. And right next to the Page of Water tells me that these skills that you have to do with love, and kind of providing care, 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 and kind of providing care for people. And what I'm really getting is children, because since you watch my channel, you're probably aware that I associate the page of water with children. I know you mentioned that you wanted to, one of the areas you're interested is in helping children, so that's a definite possibility with this card here. Just keep in mind that with the page of water, is telling us that you're still in the early stages of this idea. You might have some type of breakthrough later on. Also with the Three of Earth, I didn't mention, it has to do with, there's still some progress to be made, but I definitely see that in you with these 3 cards. So let me move on to the next set of cards. And I'm going to show you the card from the Life Purpose deck. And you had the Builder, which I thought was really important. The card reads, your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So this tells me that your life purpose involves building something from scratch and seeing it blossom. So maybe in a past life you did something that involved creating something from scratch, maybe a company or maybe something with your hands, and so that quality is still within you, to where you're not going to be satisfied working for someone else. You kind of want to be the boss because you have that in you. When the Builder shows up, this tells me that your life purpose involves building something up. So I definitely see why you have this this need to bring in something different that that isn't offered. You said you're interested in bringing in a TV channel or a newspaper with only positive news. And I never watch the news because I don't want to listen to the negativity. And so you have a really good idea there, and the Builder is telling you that you definitely, your soul has that element in it where it wants to create from scratch. So I'm not surprised that you have this really unique vision that you want to manifest. And the next card that you have is this one, and it's called Rebirth. It's from the Shirley Harnish deck, and it doesn't actually have an actual illustration, and this is an image that was channeled, and it's a very spiritual deck. And this is a card called Rebirth. And it's all about reaching a stage in your life where things around you no longer are kind of in alignment with your life purpose. You've reached a point where it's time to move away from a situation. And I'm getting that this represents your current job, where you said you're having trouble with coworkers, and you're having issues and wondering if you should leave. This card is telling you that you're definitely headed in the right direction. Maybe the people that you're working with are going to lower your vibration, and in order to manifest this, this great vision that you have, you want to keep your vibration high. So this card is, definitely telling you that you're definitely on the right path of wanting to move away from this job. And I thought it was interesting that it's we had this card right next to this one from the Magical Mermaid. It's time to move on. The card reads, it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. Okay, so you have definite a validation that your current job no longer serves you. So, if you should definitely move on to something else, as long as you're being practical. And, if you have bills, and make sure you have something lined up, before quitting, or, you know what I'm talking about. So it's definitely telling you that these feelings you have of wanting to move on from your job are definitely valid, because there's something out there for you. You're not the type of person who's meant to stay in a job which is, provided by somebody else, with roles by somebody else. You're a builder. So I'm getting that at this point in your evolution, it's definitely time to move away, and that the job that you're in no longer serves you. I wouldn't be surprised if the people around you are creating these problems for you to make you leave, because if you stay in a situation where everything is positive, there's very little need to make a change. So, they probably aren't aware of it. People never are, but it's possible that unconsciously they're creating these problems for you so that you actually leave the job. Okay, and this video is about to end, so let me go ahead and start on part 2. I'll be right back.